Hello, my name is Darcia Narvaez, Professor Emerita of Psychology at the University of Notre Dame and the host of EvolvedNest.org. Jim Prescott, Dr. Prescott, is one of my founding mentors for the work that I do today. His papers were an alert, a wake-up call, an inspiration that lit my intuitions about the world having gone wrong. I had that feeling from when I was a young child. I discovered his Origins of Violence video. I discovered his published paper examining the characteristics of peaceful societies, over 400 of them compared. Breastfeeding for at least 2.5 years was one of the characteristics of peaceful societies. Holding and carrying babies and young children as they desired was another characteristic, explaining 80% of the variance. These experiences of Dr. Prescott's work led me to find other anthropological and neuroscience scholarship, as well as evolutionary systems. Have humans always been, violent and self-centered and patriarchal and all that, Nope, 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 nope. Dr. Prescott, then I started to organize conferences and at Notre Dame, cross-discipline, interdisciplinary conferences with anthropologists and psychologists and clinicians. And Dr. Prescott was kind enough to come to the first conference that I hosted at Notre Dame. It was on evolution, early experience, and human development. Alan Shore and Jaak Panksept helped me organize it. And so they invited a lot of their friends, which is marvelous. And those included Sue Carter, Vincent Felitti, Tiffany Field, Allison Fleming, Peter Gray, Barry Hewlett, James McKenna, Michael Meany, Eric Nelson, Stephen Porges, Colwyn Trevarthen, Wenda Trevathan, among others. So because of his importance for me and to the field of the evolved nest, really, uh, his importance in inspiring the conference, I asked him to give the opening presentation. And you can find it online at YouTube in the Evolved Nest channel. The notion of the evolved nest is a transdisciplinary insight from across sciences: anthropology, neuroscience, evolutionary systems, developmental, clinical. The evolved nest represents love in action. And that comes from Dr. Prescott. The importance of love, the importance of nurture. So the work I do now on our species evolved nest supports his insights that pain and stress misdirect development, and that loving care and affection nurture a human nature that is cooperative and compassionate. Meeting children's needs is especially important in babyhood, when the brain is rapidly developing its thresholds, its parameters, its functioning for multiple systems, going through sensitive periods in and out, building one on the other, and hopefully all strong so that the foundations are there as the brain changes and develops through puberty, because gaps will cause problems later. There are 9 components that we've studied in my lab that I write about, components that are found in traditional societies the world over. This is normal human way of raising the young. Although 2 of the components are only for young children, we all need to experience the rest of the nest components throughout life. First, babies need soothing perinatal experiences and extensive child-directed breastfeeding. So important for so many reasons. We all need, then, the rest of the components: a welcoming social climate from the beginning to the end of life, friends, accompaniment, companionship. We need multiple bonded, trusted nurturers or mentors in each phase of life. We need affectionate touch, no negative touch, as part of responsive, calming care. We are enhanced by self-directed play with others. We are enhanced by nature immersion and connection, and by restorative healing practices. And evolveness.org has lots more information about all this. There's evidence now for the importance of all these features for seeding and maintaining health across the lifespan, health in every area you could imagine. Dr. Prescott also has advocated against infant circumcision. Me too. It's an extremely traumatizing experience that no child should experience. It can have long-term negative effects psychologically, physiologically, and socially. There are other loving ways to welcome children to a community. I write about how industrialized civilization in particular has forced everyone onto a trauma-inducing pathway instead of taking our species' normal wellness pathway, wellness promoting pathway. The trauma-inducing pathway does not meet basic needs of children or community members. It fosters ill health and poor sociality and a sense of insecurity and deep sense of scarcity. There's never enough because I didn't get enough in those pre-verbal years, right? And this leads to then a lack of social and emotional intelligence and skills for getting along. And it leads to a life way that's destructive of life because you don't know how to get along. Our species' normal wellness pathway, wellness promoting pathway, meets basic needs at every age. Those who need more receive more. This fosters a healthy physiology, a healthy psychology, a healthy sociality, a healthy morality, which means a compassionate morality. This leads to heart-minded individuals. They think with their hearts. Community members who do that, the communities who live a life way of heart-mindedness, and they live regeneratively with all of life. They don't destroy the planet around them, the landscape around them. No, they fit in. We can return to this wellness promoting pathway when we remember and practice the lessons that Dr. Prescott taught us. Treat the young with loving affection. Thank you, Dr. Prescott, for all you've done, for your research, for your courage in speaking out for children, and for continuing to advocate for the well-being of all children and of all of us. Blessings.